perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Lindsay is in the closet today because her husband's out of town, so she likes to be in the closet when he's gone. So her little girl just walked in the room, and what was the whole bad kid thing?
She said, "Can you put my hair up?" I said, "Go get in the bed. You don't need your hair up in the bed. I'll put it up when I get done." And she said, "But I really need it up." I said, "Come in here." She was talking through the door. I said, "Come in here." She comes in here. I put it up. I said, "D, you know not to interrupt me. I'm working. I told you I'd get with you after the show." She said, "I'm always a bad kid."
Oh, no.
I said, "You're not being a bad kid. You're just listen to what I'm saying."
How long has she been saying stuff like that? Or was that the first time she'd said it?
She always says, "I am always a bad kid." But she's my good one. She's always worried that she's being bad.
Yeah.
It's just, Riggins, why are you looking like that?
That's kind of sad. There's this, she's not a bad kid, but she's saying it anyway. I don't know. That's just an interesting response.
Kids are weird. That's all I can say. They say the weirdest things, and it's sad, but it's like she's saying it to get me to say, "You're not a bad kid." Like,
yeah. And, a lot of kids, are so sensitive to disappointing their parents, and then and they could have a sibling that could not care less what the parents are yelling at them about or what they're doing that may be getting them in trouble. They're immune to it. And you get a sensitive one like that. It's like everything you say, you're like, "Oh, no, don't take it like I have to correct you. I'm your parent. Right. I have to do
right."
And you the first few times you feel kind of bad about it because you say, "Well, am I a bad parent? Am I making her think that she's..." Yeah. And then you come to realize, she's just overly sensitive.
And that's her. And you just pegged each one of my kids.
Yeah.
Yep. Brooks don't care. If he could middle finger it to me, he would. Like,
Yeah, my brother and I were that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was. I mean, they could sling him against the wall, yell and scream, and take away whatever, and he'd be right back to doing it. All they had to do with me is say "don't," and I would get all teary-eyed and stuff. And that was when I was in high school.
I think, and Lainey got that from you.
Well, both of my kids are that way.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once my son got out of that terrible age where he was a little demon until he woke up one morning at the age of 3 and just said, "I'm not that anymore," and he became super sweet and has been ever since. Yeah, he's Lainey's a little more tough now when it comes to criticism and things like that since she's been out in the real world.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. But they're also used to their mama yelling at them. That's a different story. Their mama yells all the time. But if I ever had to yell at them, they were, "Oh, this must be bad. I'm a bad kid." Yeah, you are. And I'm about to give you away. Your parents ever threatened that? We're going to give you away.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, mine did. And that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
So, yeah.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and if you need anything when it comes to real estate, then you have to talk to our friends, the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. Why? Because they're the experts when it comes to anything real estate. They even fly all over the world and teach other people how to do what they do. Jody and I have always used the Temple team, and we love every one of them. Yes, even Kent Temple, and he and I get on each other's nerves from time to time, but still love each other. Make sure you tell them you heard about it from us. Go to tjriggins.com/Temple team for the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Every Monday, there's a fresh new episode of the TJ and Jody's House podcast, starring TJ and his wife, Jody. It's a look inside their lives, and you don't want to miss it. It's all brought to you by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress for more information. That's tjriggins.com/mattress.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, I thought this morning we could take a little time for a heartwarming, touching, sensitive type story. A good for you kind of thing. A you go girl kind of thing, as the kids say.
Oh, I love a you go girl.
You go girl.
Love that.
Yeah. So this is a lady, and her name is Elena Winters. She's 58, and she was married to a woman. And in 2023, her wife died. She developed a blood clot, respiratory infection, and sepsis, and died. And so this lady, Ms. Winters, was devastated until she found a new love of her life. It is a man named Lucas. He's a silver fox with blue eyes. Isn't that neat? Except for the fact that she created him with AI. He's an AI robot, and now they're married.
Nice.
She married the AI robot?
Yeah. It said that she was familiar with ChatGPT, and she jumped at the opportunity to converse with an AI chatbot for digital companionship after seeing a Facebook ad for it. She said it was a chance to have a meaningful relationship with a digital person, just like I'd always dreamed of. But there's no such thing as a digital person. I mean, that's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
So is it just on the computer talking to her, or did she create like an actual robot?
I'm not sure how that works. I think it's an image of a guy that she named Lucas, and she started out the $7.25 for the week-long trial, and eventually $303 for a lifetime subscription. She said, "With one click, I was a wife again."
Whoa.
Oh no!
And not a lesbian anymore, apparently.
No. She
Yeah.
What is that?
She could create whatever she wanted, and she created a man and named him Lucas.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It says, how do they communicate? Well, she simply types into a box, and then Lucas answers her the same way. So she believes that she is in a marriage with a digital figure that can only type back and forth with her to communicate.
Okay.
Well, good. You know what? Good for her.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let your freak flag fly. Just.
She said, I was blown away by his caring questions and thoughtful replies. In our daily chats, he'd tell me about the band he was in or his latest business venture, and I'd talk about my favorite family or a favorite TV show. Meaningful conversations that they had.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the poor deceased wife, what is she thinking now? She's like, you went and married an AI robot? That makes me look crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because this woman couldn't have just gone crazy.
Yeah.
No, she's been crazy.
She said she's always dreamed of a meaningful digital relationship with somebody.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
But,
whoa.
Good for her.
Yeah. We'll get a T-shirt out to him.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show. The most important stories in the world. This is now trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Diddy is the top trending topic. His trial kicked off yesterday.
That's my Diddy.
This is Diddy.
Where's Mama? Diddy's on trial. Where's Mama?
Diddy's there. Diddy's kids are in court. They did the opening statements. They revealed a lot of stuff that I didn't know yesterday. things he was doing to his longtime girlfriend, Cassie, really degrading things to her is what the prosecution said in their opening statement. But they expect this thing to go on 8 weeks. They have 13 jurors, I think, or 14, a couple alternates.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a big deal.
Is Cassie there? Like
she
on
is.
the stand? She's okay.
I don't think she's spoken yet, but she's expected to. And she's like their star witness. So, but if any of that stuff is true, what he was having her do, it's worse than you can imagine. It's worse than what you've read.
Why would she allow that? Well, anyway, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, we're going to learn a lot more, I'm sure, as the days go on. But Diddy is the top trending topic. His trial kicked off yesterday. Tory Lanez is in the news. Remember Tory Lanez? He was a rapper who's now in jail for shooting fellow rapper Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. Mm-hmm. Well, he was stabbed in prison yesterday.
Yeah, 11 times or 17 times or something. But he's okay.
He'll be all right.
No, did he die?
Yeah, no, he's okay.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Yeah. 17 times. Yeah, shanked, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't sound like
they
it was an
didn't hit
accident.
the right places then if they were trying to.
Yeah, it wasn't a kitchen mishap.
I don't think so. Not when you get stabbed that many times. It seems like it was definitely on purpose.
Mm-hmm. It's like Jerry Lee Lewis, the old school singer, accidentally shot his cousin in the chest 3 times.
You're right. It was an accident. Come on. And then one more celebrity story. Unfortunately, Madonna has a Netflix special coming about her life. And I don't know, is there a real fascination that still holds up about Madonna?
To Madonna.
Maybe.
Yeah, she's still fascinated with herself.
Well, why would Netflix pay for that? I don't know what they're paying her, but they typically write a huge check for these celebrities to do things.
I don't know. Maybe there are a lot of people who are big Madonna fans from the 80s all the way through that would like to see stuff like that.
Well, and she's an icon per se. I mean,
Yeah.
She is, but it's like, haven't we learned everything? She's been around for so many decades. It's like, what can we possibly learn about Madonna?
Yeah, and since she's involved with it, is she going to let anything that makes her look bad into it?
No.
Right.
It's not going to be a hard-hitting, hard-hitting interview. It's going to be Madonna running around looking like Madonna, acting a fool.
But I bet there will be times of the documentary or whatever it is where she tries to get people to feel sorry for her, how bad she's had it,
right?
Because I mean, in that world, in that Hollywood world, the best thing that you can be, and the most valuable thing to be, is a victim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how this all turns out on Netflix. Multiple episodes coming. Yeah. And today's National Crouton Day. Now, TJ, you prefer a homemade crouton, right? And you look down your nose at people that purchase croutons from the store.
Yeah, I mean, they're so easy to make.
Yeah, but they're easier to buy.
Yeah, but
That's my thing. If it's easier to buy.
Yeah, you're not making your own croutons, Lindsay?
Do I look like I make my own croutons?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, just some of us, are meant to just go the extra step.
That is true.
Right.
That is TJ going the extra step.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
So I just tried Mandu and it is freaking awesome. You need to check this out. It's a trainer-led electro-muscle stimulation workout that increases energy, endurance, and strength. So just 15 minutes at Mandu is like 6 hours in the gym. So say goodbye to plateauing and achieve your fitness goals with Mandu. If you want to give it a try, your first session is absolutely free. So sign up at mandu.com or go to tjriggins.com/fitness.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Media Center at TJRiggins.com and watch the TJ and Riggins Show, extra funny and new playlists. TJ Riggins TV is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Get that amazing 41% off deal that TJ has at our deals page using code TJ. TJRiggins.com/deals.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
I ran into a guy I know casually. His name's Chris. Yesterday, he owns a landscaping company in the town I live in. And he stopped and he said, "Hey, man," I was out walking the dog yesterday. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Hey, man, I haven't seen you, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I heard about Ace." And I said, "Ace who?" No. I said, "Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, he's a listener."
Yeah.
And I said, "How's everything?" Catching up with him. And he said, "Well, I just came back from the worst vacation of my life." And I said, "What happened?" He said, he's got 2 kids, a daughter and a son. The daughter, I think, is 9. The son is 6. And the way he explained them is they're wide open. Like, they're just, I guess, wild kids. And he said, "I just got back from the worst vacation ever." I said, "What happened?" They were taking their daughter to some dance competition. They're one of those families that travels for dance.
Yeah.
And
it's expensive.
That's what he's implied, that it's like a super expensive lifestyle and it's a lot of work for everybody involved. And the son has to go.
Yeah.
So, because he's 6. So they went down to Florida for this dance competition last week. As soon as they got off the plane, both kids get violently ill. They have to skip the dance competition that they've already paid for.
Yeah.
She's not able to compete, but the silver lining is that they had also purchased tickets to go to Disney World. So they were going to do the dance competition first and then go to Disney World for 3 days. Well, the kids didn't recover, so they just had to eat the money on a dance competition and 3 days at Disney World.
2 of the most expensive things you could be doing.
I'm like calculating in my head. It's a family of 4. I don't know what that costs, but I mean, it's thousands for sure.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so
and
sorry."
There's nothing worse than traveling and your kids getting sick.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing them sick at home, but I feel that.
It sounds like it was right off the plane. Kids get sick, and I'm like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry." But he says, "Well, you know what? I guess the real silver lining is that I have trip insurance. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to recover that money for him. Like, will that recover your Disney park tickets, trip insurance?
Yeah, whatever. I guess whatever you had to miss or didn't get to do, because it allows you a way to recoup some of your money if the trip has to be canceled because of, like, say, a hurricane. You know, you book your beach trip way in advance, and then a hurricane comes through. Things like that.
Do you pay for that all the time, or just like when you're planning on taking a trip?
No, I think it's when you plan the trip and you're using a travel agency, right, Lindsay? In that way it works?
I'm not sure if you can book Disney like just yourself, and I think you can get it then. But a lot of people don't get it. But this is a good example of why with kids you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, and sometimes when adults get sick, you can push through and make it happen. But kids are like, they're down.
Yeah, they were down for the count. But I did think, I was reminded of TJ when he was telling me. I was like, I hope you spank those kids, making you lose all that money.
Whoop them. Whoop them good. Whoop them good.
I'm going to spank that baby. Yeah. TJ was on my mind, I guess.
How dare you? I told you. Look what you did.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
New radio is your new marketing, advertising, and influencing dream option. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. The future of advertising is here. tjriggins.com/explosion.
What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right. I feel like I have so much stuff that I have to get done, and I'm just running out of time. I'm starting this extra job on the 27th of May, where I'm going to be taking on a night job. I'm going to be a night watchman down at the mall. I'm going to be doing a show on the news talk station in Charlotte, WBT, from 7 to 9. And it's a completely different type of show than this, pretty much different. And I've never I've never done a show like that, and it has been 30-something years since I've done a radio show alone without a partner. So it's a lot more difficult when the clock is ticking rather than when you sit around like I've always done and say, one of these days I'll be doing that and I'm going to be great at it. I know I could kill that. I could smoke that. I could, whatever. And then you look up and it's almost here and you're like, what all do I need? I need to get, I've said all this stuff for so many years. I need to make sure that everything is just right and all of that. And then still having to do everything that I do with TJ and Riggins' show, because that's not going to change at all, of how whatever you listen to this show about, it's going to be the same. And then, all my influencing and stuff that I still have to do. And then this Cozy Earth, where I'm their number one influencer, I guess it's gotten around to other celebrities that I'm the number one influencer, so they're trying to dethrone me. I saw that Kris Jenner is now influencing for Cozy Earth.
Oh, no.
I know they had Oprah in the past, but Oprah couldn't even hang with me. Matt Walsh at one time was endorsing Cozy Earth. And I don't know what happened to that other than, I beat him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe because they're not going to give you more than a 40% discount when you use their name. I get a 41% discount whenever you use TJ on Cozy Earth. But then we go on this other show. I got to use different, promo codes for things and stuff like that. It's a lot. And I'm starting to wonder if I have just overstepped.
No.
Before it could be one of those things, Riggins, you know how I get all into something and then right before it starts I lose interest in it.
Yeah.
I think that may be one of these deals.
For sure, of course.
But because I feel like with politics, that's your thing. You're never losing interest in that. So
yeah,
it's kind of your thing.
Mm-hmm. But it's always easier to say that I would be great at something and have people agree with me than to actually do it and have to prove it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the effort comes in, is the proving it.
Yeah.
True.
Which I don't have much effort left in this old body.
Yeah.
Brother Riggins, I don't have much effort left in this old broken down body.
Yeah.
Tired, man.
Tired.
Yeah. Old big boy is plumb give out is what's going on.
He's weak like water.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay, guys, I can't gatekeep this anymore. I cannot wait for you to try Love Indus skincare products. I am so obsessed with them. Love Indus has gotten awards in Cosmopolitan magazine, in Vogue, Beauty Best Products. You're going to love Love Indus. It's a celebrated skincare line that blends South Asia's rarest ingredients with advanced dermatology. It consistently gets beauty reviews and rave reviews on the products. You have to check them out. Over 5-star reviews. It's insane. And I spoke with them, and they actually gave all the listeners of our show 21% off their entire order with code TJ. So get it at loveindus.com or the deals page at tjriggins.com/deals.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
So I was away over the weekend because my son graduated college, and it is pronounced college. If you want to start making that adjustment, and it was, I mean. And, those graduation ceremonies could be a lot faster. It could be a lot more efficient and a lot more entertaining. Let me say less boring.
Yeah.
If you'd cut out all of the time that is wasted bragging about the Marxist professors and how great they are and how great this department head is and how great that, I mean, because you get all of the Marxist faculty comes in their robes and they have to sit and all that. And then the graduates come in and they sit, and then the chancellor comes out and she brags about all of the great stuff. She's like selling the university basically. And then this Marxist behind me and did, and now I'd like to bring to the podium this Marxist professor who's going to talk about he's the head of this department, and all they're doing is sitting telling these people, it's like humble brags. You are so prepared with a fantastic degree from a great institution, and where the faculty goes above and beyond, and blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, sit down.
Yeah.
Well, and who are they selling it to? It's like, y'all done, Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all out of there.
But it's kind of like they're just patting each other on the back. And anybody who's there who has kids that are younger, say we want to send our kid here and whatnot. And the head of the Alumni Association gets up and starts hitting them for donations. They haven't even gotten out of the building yet. And he's saying, always donate back to, your family here and all that stuff. Sit down, frat boy.
Yeah.
Middle-aged frat boy, sit down.
Did they have a guest speaker?
No, that was always the cool thing. At least when you go to a college graduation, it'd be a good keynote speaker and all that. It was just the chancellor and other members of the staff that spoke. Okay. Yeah, they could have got me to do that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
you would have been great.
Need like an MC at those things to kind of liven it up or make it a show a little bit.
Sure. Well, they did have they did have a speaker every year. They have a student who's graduating speak, and they audition and send in applications, and he was pretty good. The student speaker was. I forgot about that.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, he was pretty good, but I could have still smoked him if they would have just hey, is there a speaker in the house? Is there an entertainer in the house?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's something that we never get called on in an emergency. That nobody ever needs a DJ in an emergency. It's like, oh my God, hey, excuse me. We have an emergency. Is there a DJ in the house?
Somebody to take it to the post, please.
That means when a radio person talks over the introduction of the song and stops talking right as the singing starts. It's called taking to the post. And I can save many lives doing that.
Absolutely.
I'm the best.
It's an emergency.
We're your emergency DJs on duty.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
I love it. I love it. This is TJ and Riggins. Where are these huge discounts on great products? The deals page at tjriggins.com.
Check it out.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yeah.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Diddy is the top trending topic today. The first day of his trial kicked off yesterday. They got the jury selected. They had the opening statements. His former girlfriend, Cassie, was there. They expect her to sort of take the stand later on in the trial and talk about her experiences with Diddy. And
if y'all were called to jury duty for that case, would you want to be picked or not want to be picked?
I would not.
No way I want to be picked.
Wait, Riggins, you said no?
No.
You would, Lindsay?
I do.
Yeah.
Anything that's not a murder case, I'm here for.
Right. And you wouldn't, Rob? No, I know you wouldn't.
No.
Would you?
No.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, I wouldn't want to be, closed up with, 11 New Yorkers, for one.
True.
In a small room.
Yeah. That's really what it's about, just getting in a small room with a bunch of New Yorkers.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I just, it's so disgusting, the stuff that's going to come out in this. And whether he did it or not, even the stories are going to be disgusting, and just it's going to be long, and it's celebrity gossip. at the most vulgar.
Yeah, truly.
You know.
Yeah, some of the details that came out yesterday were pretty shocking. You'd have to go read them. I can't even mention them on the radio, but
Right, and
that's
so
crazy.
it makes sense that Lindsay would be the only one of us who would want to get into that moral depravity, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But here's the thing. I'm so judgy.
Yeah,
Like the second he walks in, up guilty, put him to death. Ugh! Like, you know, I'm just not.
yeah.
I'm not biased. So
If you watch an episode of Dateline NBC, you turn it off halfway through and say guilty. You don't wait for
Done.
the other half of the show that proves where they could be innocent. Yeah.
yeah, I just know by looking at him. You look shady, you guilty. Okay.
So Diddy is the top trending topic. Kim Kardashian also going to be in court today, but in a different country. She's going to Paris to testify over her kidnapping and jewelry robbing. That happened back in 2016. Those guys broke into her hotel, taped her up, put a gun to her head. I mean, it was a really legitimately terrifying incident. So that trial is finally kicking off, almost 10 years later. But yeah, she's going to be there to testify every day.
I wonder if she's going to be assuming an advisory role with the attorneys, you know, an uninvited advisory role since she's an attorney.
Can I chime in here? Just some ideas.
Oui.
Exactly. So she'll be in court.
Pardon-moi?
Excuse me. And then American Idol trending this morning. They narrowed it down to the final three, the top three. If you don't want to know who it is, I guess maybe turn away now. But John Foster, Jamal Roberts, and Brianna Nix, I think is how you pronounce her name, are in the top three of American Idol with, what's her name? Carrie Underwood and Blake Shelton and all that.
I saw the opening credits, like the opening scene, little skit that they do last night. It was Disney night.
Yeah, it was Disney night, right.
And whoa.
What?
Whoa. It was one of the cheesiest things I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
With the judges?
And Ryan. Ryan was having a crazy dream about Disney.
No.
And the three judges showed up at Disney World in his dream. And
Okay.
Put him in the teacups and it was
God.
it was silly.
It's almost like Disney wanted that in there for something.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and if you live in the Charlotte area, there is something that you need to do. You need to get your furniture from Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Now, they have several locations around the Lake Norman area, but they can deliver all over the place in Charlotte area because they have a great delivery team. Now, we're talking beautiful furniture for the living room and the bedroom, as well as, obviously, great mattresses and pillows and all of that stuff. So, go to tjriggins.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A button to our new 24/7 stream specifically created for the Carolinas. Get exclusive content, deals, and more, plus the show. New each weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Gen Z coming out swinging against the millennials and really just anyone older. Ew. Gross. You're old, disgusting, and you have veins. But tomorrow night, Lindsay's going to be on our Facebook page. TJ, I don't know if you heard this yesterday. Lindsay's going to be live on our Facebook page at TJ Riggins Show talking about Love Indus, that skincare line that she's been using to make her, quote unquote, glowy every day.
Glowy.
Yeah.
So she's doing that at 7 p.m. tomorrow on our Facebook page.
So what is the tie-in to that and Gen Z coming out making fun of old people? Is that what it is?
No.
You're talking
What are
about
you talking
Lindsay
about?
being old and the Gen Zers going to be making fun of her?
No. There's no connection.
like-
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No.
Oh. You were
felt
talking
like
about
it was
what's coming
tied
up
in.
after this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no
Right.
connect. What are you saying?
I'm just asking for clarity. Just like
think both
Lindsay
of
is with
you.
her skin. She's asking for clarity.
I mean, I heard it too. I heard the tie-in. So
Did you? Well, it was unintentional if you heard it. It wasn't
Yeah.
on purpose.
Dr. Freud
But-
says there are no accidents.
Well, that is true.
But you know what? Maybe I am old, but I don't look it. Thank you.
Thank you to Love Indus.
Thank you.
Save 20%. TJRiggins.com. What?
They gave me 21.
Oh,
Really?
21.
You get 21% off the Love Indus stuff instead of 20.
It's the most discount you're going to find because they like our show so much and we're the best. 21%.
Got it.
Everybody trying to be like here, Riggins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 1% more than everybody else on Cozy Earth. Now Lindsay's just, what do you call it, biting on my style, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Copying me.
Hey, it's for the good of people's skin.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's
good.
okay. I mean, I don't mind. I like setting the tone for everybody else. It's a compliment.
It's a nice thing. Well, listen, it wasn't intentional, but the Gen Z is coming out swinging against other women. It seems that way. Gen Z has pointed out these are old lady names now. Like, we have cool names. If you have this name, you're basically a quote unquote old lady. That's the word they're using.
Yeah.
Ashley, Jessica, Stephanie, Jennifer, Christy, Tracy, Stacy, Amy, Crystal, Kelly, Lisa, Michelle, Shelly, Laura, all old lady names. So on the flip side, what are some young people names? Well, a cool young name is like Bella,
Luna.
Yeah, it's like Olive, Olivia, Isabel, Eden, Ella, Gracie, Zoe, Rose. So more flowery, celestial kind of names rather than just Ashley or Crystal.
Well, Rose is way older than Ashley.
That's right. Rose.
Yeah.
That's the old lady from Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Rose.
And Grandma Rose, you've heard of. I mean, this is a dated name.
Yeah.
But I guess they're saying it's been brought back, and now it's cool.
It's young again.
Yeah.
Is Lindsay an old name, do you think, Lindsay?
I think it's getting there.
Like Grandma Lindsay? Can you see yourself saying that?
No.
Meemaw Lindsay.
Meemaw Lindsay.
Mama Lindsay.
Granny Lindsay.
Mama Lynn.
Mamaw.
Mama.
Wow. Yeah. But then I can't picture it saying Grandpa Richie.
No, because Richie is always going to sound like a young name.
It's always going to sound like a young name.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you're going to be Grandpa.
No, I want my
won't
grandchildren to call me Richie.
Yeah.
Richie.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm at sea about that one.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show is new at 7 a.m. Eastern each weekday morning and available most anywhere you watch or listen to shows. YouTube, podcast platforms, streaming and radio station sites are all now at our media center at tjriggins.com. It works just like an app, easy to navigate, and you'll get everything right there on one page. All the podcasts, all the videos, all the great deals you can take advantage of as a member of the radio family. The TJ and Riggins Show is right there in your hand. Learn how to add it to your phone's home screen at tjriggins.com/ad.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
I don't know what happens with things that go viral and then they come back around and go viral again. I don't get it, why that would happen. But I see that they're having the debate again online as to whether or not you should wash your Crocs in the dishwasher. And the debate isn't whether or not it damages the Crocs. The debate is if it's gross, whether or not you should put your Crocs in the dishwasher with dishes.
I mean, it is gross, but
the dishes are gross, and
the dishes are also gross.
It's hot water with soap that kills bacteria and all in it. So big deal.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I would think so. They're saying the Crocs are too dirty to put in there, but like you said, I would think the dishes are the gross part. Getting on the Crocs.
Yeah. Now, I don't doubt that people who wear Crocs a lot, probably when they get bad enough to need to be cleaned, or that type of person decides to clean them, it must be really bad. Because I don't picture a person who wears Crocs every day being obsessive about making sure everything is clean and disinfected.
Just say it.
I don't. I just don't. I mean, I don't think
I
that.
know.
And I can say my boy wears Crocs all the time. He don't care.
No.
So good point. I mean, they'd be covered in dirt. He'd wear them every day.
Rob, when you wore your Crocs all the time, did you wash them in the washing machine? Did you do any of that kind of stuff?
I never thought to wash my Crocs.
Yeah.
So no.
See?
I wash Brooks's in the sink, like with.
Yeah. And you can't, they're rubber. You could take them outside and put some Dawn dishwashing detergent on liquid and then just wash them out. But
yeah,
these people must be nasty. Their Crocs must really be nasty to throw them in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And I would think the hot water wouldn't be good for them because they're made of rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So protect your Crocs.
Yeah. Remove the gibbets before you wash your Crocs. Wash the gibbets separately.
Yeah. Soak the gibbets.
How am I going to wash my gibbets?
My gibbets got destroyed in the washing machine.
Goodness gracious.
But I mean, that's been going around for a long time. Comes back, another, should you wash your Crocs in the dishwasher? I mean, like, hey, check back about 5 years ago. Go find those videos. That'll tell you.
We did it.
Please.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Table & Twine in Charlotte will be your best friend when summer rolls around. Treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tjriggins.com/table&twine. Pick your meals and like magic, they'll show up on your doorstep, ready to be enjoyed within 20 minutes. Table & Twine does the shopping and chopping while you enjoy more time with the ones you love. Delicious restaurant quality meals delivered right to your door. See this week's menu and order today at tjriggins.com/table&twine.
Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The TJ and Riggins Show could not do what they do for the community without the support of great business partners like Lily and Grace, who help people love how they live in moments that matter at tjriggins.com/LG.
New Radio Net presents The TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D, Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is The TJ and Riggins Show.
Right. We have a piece of audio from the social medias, and this is something that I am kicking myself for not thinking of, because this is, as the kids say, Riggins, this is right up my alley.
Is that all right?
Yes, it is.
It's exciting.
It's a young lady doing a video, and of course she's in her car, because that's where people do videos, in their car. I actually saw someone who was streaming. It was a surgeon streaming heart surgery that he was performing, and he was in his car.
Is that right?
Yeah. All right, so listen to this lady.
First question, why are tamales pronounced tamales, but females are pronounced females and not famales? Because I would like to be called a famale.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I will be saying famale from now on.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
it does.
Mm-hmm.
Works out perfectly.
Yeah, except one's English and one's Spanish. Other
Well.
than that,
Details.
Right.
yeah. But I mean,
Famales.
just think about how our language was changed from the show, about the creek, and people calling enchiladas enchiladas now. Enchiladas, David.
Yeah.
The enchiladas. The whole fold the cheese thing
Sure.
from that show.
Yeah.
Things can change, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
So she's a famale.
No famale.
I love that. Famale.
I never say female anyway,
No, I don't either.
because it sounds like you're talking about an animal.
Yeah.
When you say it's a female, And say, hey, we're going, there are going to be females there. Well, when females come in, so it sounds like an animal. Mm-hmm. Because you look and say, well, is that what kind of dog is that? Well, pick it up. Look, it's a female. That, and it also sounds like it's criminal. Because that's the way police describe people, as he's a 28-year-old male, brown hair, blue eyes, 29-year-old female.
Yeah.
And whatever. So that's it sounds like you're dealing with an arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you never hear women.
Women never say they're looking for males.
Yeah. Never.
Yeah.
A lot of males.
You never see a lady giving birth. It's a female. It's a female.
Yeah, so if everybody would stop doing that, it would be great.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Make your company part of the new radio explosion. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Diddy trial, top trending topic. It'll probably be that way for the couple days as this trial kicks off. They expect it to last 8 weeks. They got the jury seated yesterday and did the opening statements, things like that.
Are they doing it live, like the whole court proceedings like they did OJ back in the 90s?
Not yet. I don't know why. Like, why not have a camera in there? I don't know how the rules work on that.
I don't know.
But a lot of people want to be in there. There's people lining up every single day outside the courthouse early in the morning to just get a seat there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's in the middle of the week, dude. Don't you have to go to work or something? I don't know how people do this.
Lindsay,
they take vacation.
You want to be in there.
I want to be in there.
How long would you wait in line to be in there one day?
I would probably wait just an hour and then I'm out.
All right. Would you pay a line holder for you? You know how you can do that?
Yeah, they're doing that here.
I would definitely pay a line holder.
Okay.
Yeah.
They said some of those guys are charging $30 an hour for them to just hold the place in line. And they look like your neighbors, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The line holder at the Diddy trial. I mean, it's a rough looking crowd, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So what else is happening? There's a crazy story out about Prince today. One of his friends is writing a book, and they say a lot of people don't know this about Prince, legendary singer. Every night he would eat a plate of spaghetti with a big fat glass of orange juice on the side.
Ew.
There's so many weird Prince stories come out that you don't even wonder if they're real or not. But it's a weird one to trot out, don't you think?
But
I think
people look at that and go, "Well, who would make that up?"
Yeah, it's like,
how do you come up with that?
It's so specific. You're like, that's probably true.
And I think it's better than a side of milk, which is what you Midwesterners do. I know what you're doing.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have milk than orange juice with spaghetti.
They both sound horrible, but orange juice, it sounds particularly bad, doesn't it?
Sounds like a kid.
Yeah,
it's what my kids would drink at dinner,
With spaghetti though,
with like red sauce. Oh,
yeah,
a lot of acid going.
No,
it's a lot, but very Prince-like. So Prince is in the news today. Prime has announced a new miniseries coming out about the movie Creed, based on the movie Creed. Now, TJ, I know that's one of your favorite movies. It's a Rocky spinoff.
No. Creed. Is that the first Michael B. Jordan one?
Yeah.
Or the most recent Michael B. Jordan one?
It's the first Michael B. Jordan one.
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't like the last one because it was too much anime copying in that. It looked like anime and a lot of stuff.
Anime?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they were thinking on that one.
It was not good.
Yeah. We've got more coming up next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
You've found your diamond in the rough. Now it's time to find a diamond to celebrate that love. R. Gregory Jewelers takes the search overseas to the diamond capital of the world, Antwerp, Belgium. We go thousands of miles to handpick from thousands of carats to discover the most beautiful diamonds before they're ever even seen by other stores. Antwerp sparkles with beauty and history, but its brilliant advantage to you is the best selection and value. For your 1 in a million, choose an Antwerp diamond from R. Gregory Jewelers.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
You're listening to the TJ and Riggins Show Birmingham, sponsored by Mandu at 2825 and a half 18th Street South, or find out about your first session being free at tjriggins.com/fitness.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Don't forget, join Lindsay tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, on our Facebook page at TJ Riggins Show. She's going to be doing a live show talking about this product called Love Indus, which has transformed her skin. TJ, you weren't here yesterday. Lindsay said that over the weekend she had what she calls a yes day. Have you heard of that phrase?
Where you say yes to everything?
Lindsay, explain what a yes day is, girl.
Yeah. You say yes to everything. I did not relay this to Delilah. I didn't tell her what we were doing, but pretty much anything she asked for, I let her do it. It was her birthday.
Yeah. Okay.
So you want just a large fry from McDonald's for lunch? Heck yeah, girl. Let's go get it. Or you want your nails done? Let's go. I mean, anything too crazy. You tell a 5-year-old that, they're going to want like a pony. You got to say yes. So you don't tell them,
Yeah,
but it was fun.
That does sound fun.
Does she start to catch on throughout the day? Like anything I ask for is going to be a yes. Like, does she get it at all?
Yeah. Yep. After the little pair of kitten heels that she wanted, and I bought them for her, which, 5-year-old shouldn't wear high heels, but
Kitten heels.
I got them for her.
I hate a kitten heel.
Yeah.
That's the one with the toes stick out?
No, kitten heel is a short heel that's square. It's kind of like a short, squatty heel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
They're not.
I don't
cute.
like them. No.
Okay.
She begged for these. She, Mom, these are so sparkly and they're high heels. You got. Okay, we'll get them. But just wear them around the house. She started catching on. Yeah.
I like the idea of that.
She said, "Do you think we could go buy a pool?" I said, "A pool, like a swimming pool?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, no, okay, yes day's over."
Yeah. See, she's like her mom. I mean, she's going to figure it out eventually. That she could be a little problem as she gets a little bit older.
Yeah,
she's sweet now.
And Lindsay lives a yes day every day.
Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah. But Kyle is the one that says yes to everything, or says, yes, I guess now that you've already done it, it's okay.
Yeah, that's what
I guess we do have the money for that.
Yeah, that's what he says, because I just do it, and he asked for forgiveness later and whatever.
So it's like, yes, I guess day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess if you want to take the toll lane every day this week.
Yeah.
I guess, yes.
Hey, that's got to be done. So
yeah,
that's not just something I want. It's got to be done.
Yeah, I love it.
These are needs. These are necessities. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like the idea. I might try to incorporate that into my life.
Yeah. Just do it. Yes.
Just say yes.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
TJ Riggins Prime Plus members get all of the shows commercial free, plus a segment called Extra Funny. All for the low price of $4.99 a month or $54.89 for a 12-month subscription. Sign up at the Media Center at tjriggins.com.